Today I'm doing a virtual tour of Burnsville, Minnesota. Burnsville is the 16th largest city in Minnesota. It has a population of almost 64,000 and it has a very expansive park system. I'll show you around a bit, tell you about some of the things it has to offer, and then I'll give you some reviews from current and past residents. Burnsville's northern border runs along the Minnesota River, and you have Bloomington to the north. Then you have Apple Valley and Eagan to the east. The southern border runs along Highway 46 with Lakeville to the south. And then the western border is between Highway 13 and 35W, and you have Savage to the west. It's roughly a 25 to 30 minute drive to either downtown St. Paul or downtown Minneapolis. But the nice thing is that 35E and 35W merge in the southern part of Burnsville, so it's pretty easy to get to either. Like many other suburbs in the South Metro, Burnsville has pretty much everything you need, even a Costco. It's probably only a 10 or 20 cent difference, but I have noticed that the Costco in Eagan has cheaper gas than the Burnsville Costco. I live in Bloomington, but I often go to Burnsville to get the things I need because they're all in one nice little spot, and I'd much rather take 35W than ever have to take 494. Right off of 35W and County Road 42, there's a shopping center and it has a ton of stuff, but it has a Target and an Ulta Beauty store. So I like going there because I can just get 2 errands done at the same time. There are a lot of different shopping centers in that area, and the Target is right across the street from the Burnsville Center Mall. There's a movie theater over there, there's tons of restaurants, there's my favorite thrift store is there. It's called Unique, and if you love thrifting, definitely check that out. There's always tons of cute stuff there. You'll find all the big box stores in Burnsville, but you're also going to find a lot of locally owned stores as well. The Blue Ox Sandwich Factory is locally owned and operated, and they have really good sandwiches for under $10. There's also Morgan's Farm to Table, which is a restaurant that serves only products from Minnesota farms that are 100% natural without, preservatives and antibiotics and all the other crap that people don't like. But I just think it's a really cool idea that they only serve stuff from Minnesota farms. Burnsville has 76 parks spanning over 1,700 acres, so basically every resident is just a short distance to a park. Throughout these parks you'll find the usual like picnic tables and shelters, playgrounds, but some of the parks also have like a skating rink, a frisbee golf course, an archery range, and then a bunch of them have trails. There are over 300 bodies of water in Burnsville, and of course that includes the ponds and stuff, but it's really beautiful there. Crystal Beach is a nice beach that has canoe and paddleboard rentals for $18 an hour for the first hour, and then it's $10 or something after that. And if you're a resident, you actually get it for a bit cheaper. I believe it's $15 for your first hour, so you get to save a whole $3 if you live there. Day Park is a 4-acre park that's close to Early Lake Trail, which is a hard trail that goes all around the lake, and you can also take a canoe out there if you want. There's a dock close to the entrance of the park, and I see people fishing off of it sometimes, but it's a really beautiful area if you go there during the fall, because then you just see the whole lake surrounded by all the trees, changing colors. It's awesome. Okay, one more. There's also Sunset Pond, which is a prairie restoration area, and it's really pretty over there too. All those parks require that your dog is leashed, but if you're looking for an off-leash dog park, there's Alley Magnet. It's a 7-acre fenced-in dog park that has a separate section for elderly and special needs dogs, which I think is really cute. And there's a dog washing station and a trail around there as well. Just a warning though, I would not let your dog swim in the pond. It looks a bit sketchy, so I did some research and found a PDF on the city website that said that it's generally safe for healthy dogs, but that it could contain like microorganisms and parasites, blue algae, that could be poisonous for your dog. So yeah, I would say probably don't risk it. The median home price in Burnsville is $355,000, which is slightly lower than the Twin Cities median of $365,000. 87% of the single-family homes sold in the last 6 months sold for under $400,000, so that's not too bad. You're more likely to find a townhouse or a twin house for under $300,000, but I did see a couple that sold for under $200,000. Most of the homes were built between 1970 and 2000, and there's a wide variety of homes. You'll find some cookie cutter, but you'll also find a lot with more unique construction. There are single family homes ranging from the mid 200s to $2 million homes. If you're curious about schools, there are 3 different school districts in Burnsville. About 70% go to Burnsville, Eagan, Savage, and the other 30% either go to Lakeville or Apple Valley, Rosemount, Eagan. Niche.com gave the Burnsville, Eagan, Savage a B+, and it gave Lakeville and Apple Valley, Rosemount, Eagan an A or A+. It's important to check out the Niche.com website for yourself because some of the items that are graded might be more important to you than others. And the grade may not actually be representative of what's important to you. Before I move on to the reviews, if you are planning on making a move to the Twin Cities, please reach out to me. All my information is in the description box below, and I would love to help. Now for a couple of reviews from current and past Burnsville residents. Current resident says, I like Burnsville because I notice how the town tries to improve every day with big projects such as building bus stops, apartments, stores, and more. I think that is helpful because the citizens will have more access to different resources. Another current resident says, there are lots to see and do in Burnsville. Buck Hill, ski, snowboarding, and tubing, Burnsville Mall, which has sadly gone downhill, easy access to various grocery stores and restaurants. I'm not sure what went downhill about the mall, but I think it's totally fine. This person, for some reason, doesn't like it. Last review I'll share, because I thought it was kind of funny. I can't really say how others are truthfully treated, but by what I see, I think everyone seems average and stable at what they are doing. What a funny way to describe people in a town. They're average and stable. There's another review on there that I thought was pretty funny. It said something about people being crotchety, but I'll put a link to the website so you can read the reviews for yourself if you want to. I'm unable to recite most of the quotes most of the reviews that I see on there because they refer to either the neighborhood or the quality of the school systems, and fair housing and real estate is important. All right, on to pros and cons of Burnsville. One sort of con, it depends, is it's kind of far from downtown Minneapolis and St. Paul. I mean, 25 minutes isn't really far, but if you have to commute to work every day, it might be annoying on a daily basis. In the past, whenever I would get a new job that was 25 minutes away, I'd be like, meh, 25 minutes isn't bad. But then later I'd get a job that was only 10 minutes away, and then next time I'm like, screw that, I'm never working farther away than this. Another con is that it gets kind of busy in the commercial areas. When you have a shopping mall, clothing stores, restaurants, a movie theater, different shopping centers all in one place, the traffic can be a pain in the ass. It's like when you drive into the parking lot of Target or another store and you have to wait for 100 pedestrians to cross the street after getting out of the store. And then you think, okay, then now is my time. And then like 100 more start walking out, and then you're there for like 20 minutes. It's kind of like that. That's kind of all I can think about for cons for Burnsville, but if you live there or you have lived there and you have some more, I mean, have at it in the comments. Oh, I actually forgot about one. So the movie theater there will sometimes check your bag for candy. My whole life, I've never gotten my bag searched for candy until like a year ago when I went there and I had a lot of candy shoved in my backpack. So I got to the front and she asked to search my bag, and I opened it up and I'm trying to like still hold part of the candy and just slightly open it, but she's like, oh, I saw those Starbursts. So she made me take it back to my car, which to me meant just shove it down my pants and go back in. As for the pros, I've kind of already touched on most of the pros throughout the video, but definitely one of the pros is the amenities. Got all the big box stores, some locally owned stores. You got thrift stores and small shopping centers, big shopping centers, Target next to an Ulta, which is also next to a Total Wine, and pretty much anything you need. Another pro is that 35W and 35E meet up, or they merge together in Burnsville. And so 35W goes straight to Minneapolis, 35E goes straight to St. Paul. So it's nice that you have access to both. And of course, the pro that I already mentioned, it's proximity to lakes and other outdoor activities. There are 76 parks there, so you're going to be close to one no matter where you live in Burnsville, most likely. And some of these parks are, just basic with the picnic tables and lakes and other beautiful stuff, but then you have other parks that have other cool shit, like the archery range, or the skating rink, or the frisbee golf course. So it's just a great place overall for outdoor activities. Thank you so much for joining me on this tour of Burnsville, Minnesota. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you next time. Have a fantastic day.